Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I am bringing you an all levels unilateral flow. We are going to be working one side of our body at a time, and then towards the end of the flow, we're going to work both ends and find symmetry towards the ends to see if both sides of our body equally feel the same. Today's setup, I am going to be starting on one green spring and one red spring. So that's one extra heavy and one heavy on my reformer. If your reformer does not have that extra heavy green, go ahead, put two heavies on. You could stay there, or you could go ahead and up it a little bit with two heavies and a light. You choose where you want to be. We are going to be starting with side lying footwork. So I do have my yoga block over using for a headrest. You could also use a ball, or you could just lift the headrest up. Whatever you choose. Other than that, there are no props needed for this class. So once you are ready, have your spring set up, and we are going to go ahead. I'm going to lie on my reformer facing you. So if you could do the same thing, lie on your reformer facing me. We're going to come side lying. And I am going to go ahead, take my head, place it down onto my yoga block, get myself settled down. I'm going to find my hip towards the edge of the carriage, one hand's distance sideways. My knee is going to be in line with my bottom knee. Now we're going to start with the bottom knee bent in. I'm going to give you options as we move on to extend that bottom leg to get deeper. So when you're ready, heel is pushing into that bar, toes are released, so the work is coming from the back of the leg. When you're ready, you're going to take a big deep inhale to prepare. Exhale, I want you to push the carriage out, resist the carriage in. So exhaling to push yourself in, inhaling to bring that carriage home. You're trying to keep that knee in line with the hip underneath it. Your bra line is heavy and your side obliques are pulled up. Getting into that back body, squeezing that glute at the top, pressing that knee into the quad. Seeing how this side of your body feels today. Let's go for 3, 2. When you press yourself out, you're going to drop yourself halfway. Stay there. Let's micro pulse up and down. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Keeping that work into the belly of the glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the carriage all the way out. Let's bring the carriage on in. You're going to rotate that heel. It's externally rotated up. Go ahead, drop those hips so they're in line. Obliques are pulled up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, extend it out. And bring it in. We're going to go for 4 more. Last 2, and then you'll meet me halfway down. On this next one, drop it halfway. Little pulses here, micro pulses, up an inch, down an inch. For 4, 3, 2, 1, extend it all the way out. Bring it all the way home. Go ahead, drop that foot back to parallel. I'm going to slide my foot back just a micro inch, and now I'm going to bring my toes towards my platform. So my knees are actually touching right now. My obliques are still pulled in. I'm going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale. I'm going to push the carriage out in an internal rotation and bring it back in. So remember, internal rotation is a little bit different for everybody. Listen to your body and do what feels right. You're really pushing through that heel, or more a little bit higher up on that heel, maybe a little bit into the arch. Really feeling and shaping that glute. Still think about those obliques pulled up. We got 4 more. For 3, 2, 1. We'll drop it down halfway. We're going to do those micro pulses up and down, inch up, inch down. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one, extend it all the way out and bring it all the way in. Go ahead, drop that knee down, hit that hip if you need. And we are carefully going to come up, make a spring change. We're going to go into arm work. So I am taking that 1 green off, coming down to 1 single red only. So if you have 2 reds on, take everything off so you just have 1 heavy red only. We're going to go ahead, we're going to come back to side lying. Now, I'm going to give you 2 options with your legs. You can come lying on your side. Your legs are stacked. You're still 1 hand's distance away. We're going to grab that strap. Now, you have the choice, long loop or short loop. Long loop is lighter, sorry. You're going to go ahead, plug that shoulder down. Now, option 1 is your legs stay right here. Option 2 is you reach your legs long and you flex your feet. So now you're in that side lying position, arm is plugged down your back. We're gonna go for a straight arm press and bring it straight up. So again, you're still lifting through those obliques. If your feet are pressed and long, you're stabilizing through your core. Your arm is coming right up, plugging into that shoulder and pressing down. Energy is pressing through your flexed feet. We have 3 more. For 2. Next time the arm comes down to your hip, hold it there. We're going to go with a frontal raise. So arm comes straight up towards the shoulder block. Press it down towards your hips. Still reaching long through those feet, stabilizing with the core, lower body. Everything is strong. Everything is working. We have 3 more here. For 2. Next time the arm stays at the hip, hold it there. Arm's going to reach up towards the clouds, plug it into your shoulder. You're going to drop it down in front of you to your nose, bring it back to your hips. Float the arm up, drop it down right into your frontal raise, press it towards your hips. 2 more in this direction, then we're going to reverse it. One more. You should not be coming to the bumper at all, stabilizing that carriage. When the arm comes to your hips, hold it there. Come for that frontal raise, bring it up to the clouds, press it down. Energy still pressing through your feet, glutes, everything is tight, stabilizing the rest of your body. Last 2. One more. When the arm comes down to your hips, bend your knees in. Woo. Bring that carriage closed, and you can carefully hang up that strap. Go ahead, hit that hip on out. We are going to come up for a sitting position. Let's go ahead, just stretch that glute, stretch everything out. All right, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to lighten our load here, and we're going to stay on a blue spring. So that's a medium spring. This is where we're going to stay till we travel over to the other side. So now I'm going to grab my strap, and remember, you can sit closer to the shoulder blocks to make this easier. I'm going to sit more into the middle of my mat. I'm going to move my tush all the way towards the edge of the carriage. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to thread this loop to my inside leg. So now remember, this side is not too warm, so we're about to warm it up now. I'm going to go ahead, lean back. Elbows are coming down onto the mat, and then I'm going to scooch myself just a little further towards the edge. Both legs coming to tabletop, legs are squeezing together. Now you're pushing up out of your shoulders. You're not allowing your chest to collapse, so you really want to sit up nice and strong. We're going to begin with toe taps. So I'm going to take my right leg, I'm going to tap it down to the floor, lift it up. Tap my left leg down to the floor, lift it up. You're not trying to go all the way down. You're trying to keep that pelvis quiet. Remember, you're staying strong out of those shoulders. Abs are pulled in. 2 more to each side. 1 more right, 1 more left. When your left foot comes up to meet the right, hold it there. Carriage is quiet, double toe taps. Tap it down, lift it up, and down. Remember, you're trying to keep everything connected, abs and core pulled in together. Rib cage not splaying. We have 4, 3, 2, last one. When the legs come up, hold them in tabletop. We're going to rotate our knees towards the tower, bring them back to center. Towards the tower, to center. Working those obliques, pull it back into center. We're going to add on here in 3, 2, 1. Next time your legs come towards the tower, hold them there. Extend the legs to can-can, pull them back, back to center. Extend, pull them in, back to center. If you want more, you can keep your legs straight and pull your legs back to center, drop them towards the tower. We have 5, 4, 3, range of motion is definitely smaller. Last 2, don't dump in those shoulders. Last 1. Bring it on in. Go ahead, fold those knees, place your feet down, and sit yourself up. Great job. Go ahead, give yourself a moment. And then we're carefully going to go ahead. We're going to stand up on the carriage. Now, my strap is still on my thigh. I'm going to keep it at my thigh. I'm going to bring it right down a little bit above my knee, but not at the back of your knee joint. This strap is coming behind you. Your right foot outside, you're coming down into a lunge position. Abs are pulled in. Nothing is happening with this leg right now. It's stabilizing the carriage. Shoulders are back and down. When you're ready, you're going to go ahead. Now you're going to bend into the carriage leg, come down. You don't want to hit the bumper, and stand it up. So again, floating the leg down, control the carriage, and bring it up. Think about closing that carriage slowly. That's where we're building the strength. Now, if you can get all the way down, you go all the way down. Make sure you're keeping your knee in line with that ankle, not allowing it to go over that first and second toe. Control that carriage. We got 3 more. For 3, 2, and last one. Hold it down. Little pulses here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, stand it on up and carefully step those feet together. Carriage is still away from the bumper. I'm going to turn and face you. Strap is still above the knee, not pressing on the knee joint. I'm going to move just a little bit closer, but I want to control the carriage that it doesn't hit the bumper. I'm going to send my booty back, maybe take a little micro step forward. And now we're going to take little squat walks. We're going to walk towards the foot bar. Now the hardest part is controlling the carriage, coming back in. So close, little 3 steps. You don't want to hit the bumper. Great, bring it out. Control it back in. Isometric movements, yes. Pull the carriage away. Back in. We got 2 more. Try not to hit that bumper, control that carriage. One more here. When you step your last one, go ahead, carefully stand it up, and you can carefully drop that strap so your carriage closes. Take that strap off and carefully close your carriage. Excellent job. Same way we started with the strap in our leg. Strap leg is coming back, front leg is coming into that lunge position. Have more room here going into some upper body work. So first move is we're just gonna come with a row. So you're gonna bend your elbow, bring it towards your waist, resist it back. Now I like to rotate my wrist when I come into a row. I just like that rotational pull, but you do what works for you. Incorporating upper body now. We have 4. Get down low in that lunge if you want more. 3, 2. On the next one, we're going to add rotation. So you're going to row it in, hold it, rotate, back to center, release. Pull it in, rotate. Try to keep those hips square to the wall in front of you. Last 3. For 2. And 1. Go ahead, bring it on in. Stand that carriage on up. Great job. Go ahead, hang that strap up. Once you hang that strap up, I want you to go ahead, put whatever springs you did for your side lying footwork. So I am gonna put 1 red and 1 green back on, and I am gonna take off my blue spring. Before we go over to side lying, I'm gonna go ahead, have you seat onto your foot bar. We're gonna just be sitting on the foot bar here. My hands are coming, so all fingers are on the same side of the foot bar. Now I'm gonna walk my toes out. We're coming into some tricep dips here. Shoulders are back and down. Your abs are gonna be pulled in. You're gonna go ahead, release your bottom from the foot bar. Now your elbows are coming straight back. You're gonna lift yourself up, drop it down. So incorporating full body, upper body work. Making symmetry before we go to the other side. Really using the arms, not allowing your heels or your feet to help you. We have 4, 3, 2, last 1. Go ahead, sit yourself back. Wipe your hands off, and then we are gonna go ahead, turn around to the other side. So I am gonna lie myself down. Yoga block is still on my headrest. My bottom is coming all the way to the edge of the carriage mat. My legs are in line with each other. Remember, you can keep your leg bent. If you want it harder, you can extend your leg out. I'm gonna keep my knee bent because I go extension on the next set. Pushing through the heel, toes are lifted. When you're ready, hips are closed, obliques are pulled up. Bring it out, pull it in. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, bring the carriage in. Watch that knee, that it's staying in line with the hip, that it's not collapsing lower down towards your bottom knee. We have 4 more, then we're going to find ourselves in for those pulses. Last one here, bring it in halfway, little pulses, micro pulses, up an inch, down an inch, really pushing through that heel, engaging that glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out. Bring that carriage home. We're going to externally rotate. Toes are pointed up. Hips are still closed. When you're ready, push yourself out. Resist it in. Working that glute from all angles. Parallel, external, internal. Let's go for 4. Last 2. Next one, you'll find yourself halfway. Micro pulses, in and out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend it all the way out. Bring yourself all the way in. Go ahead, bring your feet back to parallel. Drop your knees. Now I want you to rotate your toes under. You're more on the arch and the heel versus just the heel. When you're ready, take an inhale, exhale. Press yourself out. Resist yourself in. Now I'm still trying to keep my legs in parallel with my toe facing down. For 2. Next one, you'll find yourself halfway. Little pulses here. Woo, I'm really feeling it on this side. Breathe through it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out. Bring it on in. Carefully bring your feet down. Go ahead, give that hip a little bit of a pop. And then this is where we are going to come, change our spring. So we're going to come up. I'm coming to that one red spring, so I'm popping off my green spring. Back to that one red. Gonna lie yourself down. And then we're gonna set ourselves up. I like to start inside lying. I'm gonna grab my strap. Long loop is easier, shorter loop is harder. Choose what works for you. Your bra line is heavy, your obliques are pulled up. Option 1, legs stay in tabletop. Option 2, legs reach long over the foot bar. You're gonna bring the arm, plug the shoulder back. When you're ready, flex the feet, bring the arms down to the hip, resist it up. So you're pushing that energy through the bottom of your feet if your legs are extended. You're watching that your shoulder's not coming too high up towards your head. You want to try to keep it in line with your shoulder. Remember, each side of your body is not equal. We're trying to make it equal, but it's not. Definitely harder on this side for me. This is my left side. We have one more. When your arm comes down towards your waist, hold it there. We're gonna go for that frontal raise. Arm comes in line with the shoulder, press it back. Remember, you have that option to go to that longer loop or change your weight. Choose what works. Last two. Next time the arm comes down to your hip, hold it there. You're gonna reach it up towards the shoulder. Drop it down in front of you, sweep it around. Last one in this direction. When the arm comes towards the hip, hold it there. Frontal raise. Bring it up towards the clouds. Push it down. Stay strong. We have 5 more. 4. 3. 2. You got this. Breathe it out. Use that breath when it gets tough. 1 more here. This is how we get stronger. We push through it. Bring those arms back to the frontal raise. Woo. Bend your legs in. Carefully hang that strap up. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go ahead, have a seat. Go ahead, give yourself a glute stretch real quick. Give yourself a figure 4, maybe push into the bottom of that foot. We'll go ahead, change that spring back to a blue spring. We're gonna grab that strap, long loop or short loop. You can sit closer to the shoulder blocks. We're gonna now take that long loop. It's gonna get threaded to our inside leg over our knee. I'm gonna sit my tush towards the edge of the carriage. Elbows are coming back. Now your abs are pulled in. You're not dumping into your elbows. You're reaching up and long. Legs are coming to tabletop. Nice and strong through your upper body. When you're ready, begin with toe taps. So left leg comes down first, unstrap leg, then the strap leg. Trying your best to keep that carriage as quiet as possible right now. Using the core to stabilize, lifting up out of your shoulders. 2 more, right and left. 1 more to each side. When that strap leg comes to that unstrapped leg, both legs get sent together for double toe taps. Tap it down, lift it up. Watch your range of motion here. Make micro adjustments as you need. Last one. Legs come to tabletop. Hold them there. You're going to tilt them towards the foot bar. Bring them back. Tilt. Stay strong in that upper body. We have 3 more. We're going to add that leg extension. For 2. On this one, when you tilt it towards the side, extend for can, knees come back to center. Now you have that variation. You can make it harder by keeping your legs straight. I'm gonna try it. Stay strong out of that upper body. We got 2 more, you got this. 1 more. Back to center. Carefully bend your knees and go ahead, sit yourself up. Take a moment, relax those shoulders, roll yourself in half. And this is where we're going to carefully stand up on the carriage. Now make sure that that strap is above your knee, not on your kneecap. So this strap now comes towards the back. Your outside leg is coming into that lunge. Heel is up on the floor. You're on the ball of your foot with your strap leg. Abs come in, hands come to prayer. When you're ready, we're gonna lunge it down and stand it up. Control the carriage. It's all about the resistance, closing the carriage, working those stabilizing muscles back at the hamstrings. We have 4, 3, coming in for those pulses, 2, last one, you're gonna hold it down, little pulses, carriage only moves a micro inch up and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully extend that leg, and you can carefully step it in closer. We're gonna turn away from the carriage. Now you wanna step away so you don't exactly hit that bumper. Now, small bend in the standing legs, booty comes out, shoulders back and down. Small little steps towards the foot bar, little squat walks. Bring it back. It's about the resistance coming back. And begin. Again, not begin. 3, 2, control the carriage. You should feel that glute with the strap on it. Should not be hitting the bumper. If you're hitting the bumper, make your steps a little bit smaller. Last 2. One more. Back in. And carefully stand it up. Go ahead, carefully take that strap down. Once you step that foot off, keep that strap in your hand and close your bumper. Set up for the same motion. My back leg is coming back. This was my strap leg. Strap is on my outside hand. Hand, palm is facing down, coming in for that row. Remember, you can just come into a low row, or you can add that rotation. You choose what works for you and your body. The lower you get, the more work it is. You're controlling that carriage back. We got 3 more. We're going to add that rotation. For 2. On this last one, keep it back, rotate away, bring it back, release, pull, rotate. Try to keep those hips square. Felt my hips moving. Remember, it's all about progression. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, step it on up. And let's go ahead, hang that strap up. All right, let's go ahead, change that blue spring to one heavy spring. I am gonna have a seat on my reformer kneeling into a low kneel. I'm gonna take my Pilates box, just put it down on the floor. We are done with it. And then I am gonna grab both of my straps here. So coming in to double arm work here. Let's find the symmetry between our upper body after working each body independently. Now I'm gonna stay on a low kneel. You have an option if you wanna make this harder. By all means, you can come up to a high kneel, but I'm gonna start at a low kneel and see how I feel. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna begin with our elbows in towards our chest, and we're gonna flip our palms. So we're coming for a chest press. Sorry, I lost my bearings. All right, so straight arm, you're coming in for a chest press. Now I want you to keep those arms with the palms facing down. I want you to bring the arms towards your waist and bring them back up. Pull the arms in, extend, lower, lift, back to a chest press. So now, of course, if you want to make this a little more difficult, you can come up to a high kneel and you can come to a chest press, lower the arms, lift the arms, bring the arms back in. I'm going to stay down on a low kneel because I know what's coming. We're going to be adding on to this in 3 more. This will be our last one. When the arms come up, I want you to pull them in for the chest press. Extend the arms out. I want you to lower. This time when you lift, I want you to lift all the way up over your head. Open the arms out to a T. Bend the elbows back in. Begin your chest press. Extend. Lower. Lift up over the head. Open the arms out to a T. Stay. Bend the elbows in. Chest press. Lower. Working those back. Working those arms. We got 3 more. For 2. Make sure you're keeping those shoulders away. 1 more. Chest press it out. Lower. Lift it up overhead. Open the arms out to the T. Bend the elbows in. Great job. Go ahead, hang those straps up. Let's go ahead, roll those shoulders. We're going to stay on that one red spring. We're going to come into our planking segment. I'm going to keep my hands down on the platform today. You can choose if you want to take it up towards your foot bar, but sometimes I like the platform a little bit better. I'm going to keep my shoulders back. My toes are getting hooked onto these shoulder blocks. If you want this more difficult, lighten up your load and go to a blue spring. Abs are coming in. We're going to extend, pull those abs in, send those shoulders back. We're going to extend those legs. Find yourself into that plank. Drop the booty. We're coming right in to jackknife, so I want you to bend your knees in, extend it out. Bend it in, extend. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees in. I gotta wipe my hands before I move on. Okay, grabbing the bar. I'm gonna lift the knees. I'm rotating them towards you. So I'm rotating them towards the left. Same movement. Extend and bend. Working those obliques. Extend and bend. Trying to keep those shoulders over the wrist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on in. Quick break just to wipe your hands if you need to. Otherwise, keep going. Turning my toes. Going into the other oblique. Bend, extend. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to the center. Drop your knees. Go ahead, sit yourself back into child's pose. Reach those arms long. Take a few breaths here. Carefully add on that blue spring to that red spring. And then let's see if we can find symmetry in our lower body. So let's go ahead, lie ourselves down. Your headrest can stay up or come down. Choice is yours. You're going to reach behind you, grab your loops. Go ahead, bring your feet in to those long loops. You're gonna find your legs in Pilates V, pointed externally. You're gonna lift those legs up towards the clouds, extend them down, lift them up. Try to squeeze evenly through both sides of your body, making the work come from the crease of your seat. Bra line is heavy on the carriage mat, neutral spine is engaged. I do like to come into imprint with feet and straps, so you choose what works for your body. I like the stretch for the lower back. Let's go for 2 more. Then we're gonna stop at 45 degrees. Once we're at 45 degrees, we're gonna start straddling our legs, opening our legs over the horizon, squeezing them back together. Now you can flex your feet, point your feet as you go out, flex as you come in, if that feels good for you. Otherwise, just keep your feet however you feel is comfortable. Let's go for 3 more. For 2. This will be your last one. When your feet open wide, hold them along the horizon. I want you to bend your knees in towards your chest, bring your heels together, extend them up to the clouds, drop them to 45. Open the legs toward the horizon, bend your knees, bring the heels together, extend. Open them towards the horizon, feet come in, heels together, extend. Horizon. Bend, pull the heels together, and press. Swimming frogs, and push. Towards the horizon, the knees come into the heels. Last 2 in this direction. Next time your feet are long in that Pilates V, hold it there. I want you to frog yourself in, stay frogged. Open the legs wide, happy baby. Push away, feet come together. Frog in, happy baby. Push away, heels together. Frog it in. So you're trying to keep both legs moving at the same time, equally weighted. Last 3. For 2. Last one here. When those legs come in, bring them back to parallel, float your legs up towards the clouds. Maybe flex your feet, get a deep hamstring stretch. I'm gonna find the soles of my feet together, bring myself down into a butterfly stretch, push out on my legs. Maybe drop my toes to come into a reclined butterfly, arms come open. Let your arms come to the sides. Connect that mind, body, and breath. And when you're ready, carefully bring those feet back up. Extend them up to the clouds. One final hamstring stretch. Carefully take one foot off, followed by the other. And then you can carefully hang those straps on up. When you're ready, come up on your reformers. And that completes today's class. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this full body workout. Like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'll meet you on the reformer. Bye.